what was I thinking about? And what we want to do is we don't want to necessarily stop thinking about something, but ask yourself a question. Was that thinking beneficial to me or was it unbeneficial? And part of the thing to replace this thinking with, you can't just stop not thinking about things, but you have to have something to replace that thought. Well, I don't need to think about that. Let me think about buying that snowmobile. Let me think about buying that cabin up north. Let me think more about dreaming of my first apartment building. Maybe I want to live upstairs and rent the downstairs. I don't know what that is for you, but you need to have something here to think about and understand that none of us are going to be here forever. This is not something you get fixated and this is my goal and I'm going to set goals and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do. It's okay to have 2 jobs or 3 jobs when you can afford to do that and you have the time to do it. For the purpose of putting the money into a tank, I'm just going to use the word an empty container, not a tank like you blow up things with, but as an empty storage container. Until I figure out what to do with that money, I'm going to put some in here. Okay, and part of the thing with we're going to cover a lot of different things, but the emotional aspect of investing is why a lot of people don't do it, because their emotions get involved, and I'm going to show you here a little bit how to eliminate that so it's no different than playing with straw or matchsticks. What difference does it make? Just go get some more matchsticks. And that's kind of what investing is. It's not about what program should I get into, what product should I do. I mean, every program, every product, that little black thing on the car wheels that you take off to put air in the tire, somebody invented that. So there's no such thing as, you have to, some of the multi-level things. Oh, you got to go like this, or you got to do that, or you got to do this. And I think, well, that's fine. Except for one thing, this is supposed to be free enterprise. Well, why do I got to do what you say? If what I want is another job, I'll just go work for somebody else. I don't need to be told what to do in my own business. And all of a sudden you get shunned because why? This left side mentality kicks in again. Instead of supporting you and saying, well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But what happens is you end up being this 95%er, you're a 5%er stuck in this 95% world. And everywhere you turn, left, right, center, straight up, down, there's another 95%er there to steal your dream away. So when you begin to understand that the population that you're dealing with, in order to get over here, are 95%ers, you start to go, oh, I get it. Yeah, okay. So you start to understand people. Doesn't make them bad. I started here, but it wasn't until I began to understand that they didn't have the same vision I did, including my own teacher. I mean, how could you go through your educational process and college and all that and not know that you should become a millionaire in order to live halfway decent? I mean, what is this nonsense about me putting 5% down and making payments on a house for 30 years? Oh, well, that's how it's done. Yeah, if you ask these people on this left side, remember Robert Kiyosaki splits people up into two basic categories. The 95% side and the 5% side. I know you can't see that here, but something here has to resonate with you. You've heard we're on the same wavelength. What does that have to do? We're talking about vibration. We're talking about a lot of things, and we're going to get into that. If this doesn't resonate with you at all, then you don't even need to be here. But through the next several months, I'm going to do these small little talks here, and we're going to kind of lead you down the Primrose Lane, because to get 10 grand, and I'm going to cover that right here, right now. If you have 10 people in your group, where do you get a group from? You could talk to friends, you could talk to neighbors, you could make up business cards, you can leave them in laundromats. How to make 10 grand in 2 years without doing hardly anything. If you had, 10 people, everybody putting $10 a week into an account, that's $520 each. That's $5,200 a year. And that's over 10 grand in 2 years. And that's just with 10 like-minded people to say, there's my 10 minutes. So